Good evening, commanders. Hey, we're out on outpost hunting. So as you know, outposts have been released. I want to try to make this video as quickly as possible. I know a lot of my videos have been really long, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I mentioned saturation for lower levels, so I'm not able to find. What I'm going to do today is, because they gave away 1,200 outpost starts, I'm going to do for you something I wouldn't do for myself. Okay? No, I'm kidding. I'm going to push. I'm going to go do a 63, which is just 4 ops levels lower than my current level. I'll show you my crews. So I've got Vemit. I think his name is Vemit. Well, he's not docked because I already put the ships out there. I've got he's there to decrease the shield health by 400% of all the officers. So I had stacked it with as many officers as I could that had good health. I obviously didn't take my top officers, but I used officers that I could. You'll see that there's a lot there that have lower deck abilities. I'm not really concerned whether or not those proc or not. I'm more focused on just maximizing the health. This has, then we got Kirk for morale. Yay, morale. Happy doodah. And then we've got Georgiou for actually burning the system. And again, this is not for the purposes of actually causing the 1% damage. This is so that I get the proc off of the Nova building. And then on the next group, we have Lorca, who's going to give us hull breach. And then Gorkon, which gives us critical hit for the first 2 rounds. And then hull breach 90%. So we got hull breach going again. And then Charvanek, I believe is her name, with armor piercing for 800% of the health. And again, here I just loaded as much health as I could. The forbidden techs that I've got here, this is the PvP tech for the Romulans. So it doesn't really do much. It gives it health. But the other 2 things, or the other 3 abilities, don't really do much. The same goes for the time crystal that's on the Rotaran. I think they're both about the same level, but I just get health on this one. And then the techs, or chaos tech, this is another PvP. And then the other item here is obviously doesn't really do anything because it's going against invading entities and hostiles. So, look, here's how I see this particular release. They're kind of forcing us to use older officers. So my assumption is that I should be able to do the content with older officers. Not that there shouldn't be any strategy or any sort of effort put into creating new crews, which I've done. But like, if I can't use the newest officers, then what am I supposed to do? I don't have any other officers to do. And you might be in the same situation, right? This account is a pretty well leveled account, but it's not by any means a very heavily paid for account. I just play every day. I log in every day. I get everything that I can collect every single day. Like, I maybe miss, dude, I log in on vacations just to collect my dailies. That's how crazy I am. So, yeah, so I'm just using what I have available. So I'm going to go do a 63. I'm going to push a 63 today because we were able to get some free starts. So we're going to go ahead and start it together. Ready? Let's see, which one do we want to do? Let's do this one up here. Okay, now they also supposedly made a lot of fixes today, so hopefully there won't be anything going on here. If I'm able to do the first, I mean, I'm assuming I should be able to. I did the 53 yesterday. That was a huge punch down. I'm doing a 63 today. That's not quite as much of a punch down, but I'm definitely not doing my level. I'm doing it today for a couple of reasons. Number one, I got such little rewards. I was very disappointed in the wards yesterday. What I'll do later is, supposedly we're supposed to be able to use, or I think I heard somebody over say in another video, that we can use loot crews. If we are, what I'll probably do is, if I'm really successful against this one with this group, I will probably just switch out a couple of the lower deck crews and put some loot in there. But we'll see how this works out. So first thing we're going to get is, let me go ahead and screenshot this so we can make a couple comparisons. Actually, you know what? Let me actually screenshot my current inventory. That'll probably be a better catch. So let's, man, got to go to the refinery. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So let's go to Outposts and let's just take a screenshot of that. And we'll have a little bit of time to kind of catch up and see how many we should get, right? So we'll move that over here. And let's go ahead and run our outpost. Make sure I got the right one. Let's go ahead and start it. I'm not, look, and so I'm not really even paying attention to the abilities, by the way, either, because although I am doing Cardassian again. Oh, that's weird. It looks like we got another bug. See, because it didn't let me do it. Let's try that again. Oh, look at that. Looks like we got a little bug. Well, let's try a different one. Okay, we might be. Yep, see? Let's go to it. All right, so we got it. We got to start. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. Don't move. Don't move. All right, so we got. I'm not gonna. Well, you know what? I said I'd probably never need to use this. That's weird. I can't even do a speed up on it. Yeah. Let's take a look at the abilities while we're here. So we've got increase by 40,000 of apex barrier. And then the critical hit damage cannot go below 150%. Yeah, what I mean, remember, you don't have a huge choice of officers here. It's not like you have your whole inventory of officers that you can just do whatever you want. So what am I supposed to do, right? The only thing I can do is try to figure out what will make my ship, with the limited choice of officers that I have, able to, number one, beat the outpost, and number two, beat the mobs that are going to come later. So real quick, we're going to get 18,000 on this, so that should mean if there's no loot enhancement, we'll get 3043 plus 18,000 is we'll end up with 21,000. What are these called? Outpost credits. Yeah. See, I got the word right. Can you believe it? Finally got a word right. Cheers. All right. So we got a minute and 16. So they issued a chest. I didn't record it. Sorry. I know a lot of people like to watch that stuff. I do too. But it was just basically a chest of, I think it was 1,200 starts. So they gave us 4 free starts, which, like I said, I wanted, since it's a free start, I figured I'd go ahead and see if I can push 63, how well I do. Normally I wouldn't have run another outpost today because there is no event scoring for it. It won't be scored until tomorrow. But like I said, if I can do the 63 all the way through for the 6 hours, I figure why not? We'll try it today. It's a free shot. Try to push where I can. So that's what I would suggest to you. If you got the free 1,200, push. You get a free chance before you go to bed tonight, or if you got a couple hours, 6 hours, or you're not going to do anything, just go ahead and push content. See how far you can do, because if you can get higher, then you know you can do those when it really counts, right? For the fatty loots. So let's see how we do. So we got 100% hull. I've got nothing that really works against armadas or anything like that. It's just morale, burning, and I'm nervous. Oh, wow. That got me. Well, there you go. Let's see just how badly I got my back end handed to me. So, in case you're wondering how I knew I was gonna lose before I lost, it was because it's tied to my phone, and I have the alerts for my phone, and so like about a second and a half into the start of the Armada, if I won, it'll go bing or it'll buzz because I don't have it audible. But if I don't hear an audible notification or the buzz, then I'm pretty sure I lost. So let's see, what do we do here? We barely cracked its. We got its shields down, but we didn't do much to the hull. So that's not what I want to look at. Let's look at the battle log. So needless to say, I'm not going to do the 63s anymore. Tomorrow I will go back down to the 53s, maybe the 56s. Yeah, that's a little disappointing. That's a little disappointing. But let's see what happened. So we got 215 million, and then we got a billion and a half crit. I'm not seeing anything not proc. So we got our hull breach. Yeah, it just didn't pull down the shields. We got the burning going, and then Vemit. Got the shield reduced. That's why you have the shield. By the way, that's why you have the shield. Let's go back up here real quick, or go back rather. See how I took out the shields? I mean, that's pretty much Vemit, but obviously I didn't have enough firepower to punch through the holes. So that's a little. I mean, look. That's why you do the free try, right? I mean, that's what it's for. I didn't win, and I don't claim to be like the best, crewer, I guess you could say. So I'll have to kind of go back and look at some other content creators and see what they've got going. But yeah, I mean, even punching down 4 levels wasn't enough. So there you go, people. Don't go too high for your own britches, and have fun. I mean, you can't win them all. There's a movie out there that says sometimes Goliath kicks the crap out of David, and that's apparently what happened here. So there you go. Have fun, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.